What's going on, everyone? Welcome to the Warehouse Series. So if you're new to the channel, my name is Tim, and I do online training here. So today I usually put out a few minutes video, but if I have content to put out, I'd rather do that. So we're going to put out this content today talking about the produce warehouse. But before we get to that, guys, as always, if you could subscribe to the channel, I'm creeping up on 3,000 subscribers. Pretty excited about that. And if you could give me a thumbs up. And guys, Discord is like literally 80% of this channel. All right. Everything drives 80% of all the content you see on here drives from Discord. We got well over 400 people over there talking every day about different walks of life in warehousing. So if you are a warehouse worker or gonna be a warehouse worker, I highly recommend joining Discord. Always free, guys. You're never going to pay for Discord. Come over, join the community. And like I said, that's where a lot of my material comes from. All right. So also I want to say is that I do have produce videos out. So check my playlist, scroll down until you see the perishable playlist, and then go check out some of my earlier videos. I mean, this is part 3. So that's the 3rd video I ever put out on this channel for the Warehouse Series. So if you're interested in watching some of my produce pallets that I put on, please go watch those. I even got dairy ones where if you go to my playlist, it's my cases, I even got me selecting in the dairy up there as well. So if you want to check out my playlist, that's the best way to navigate this channel. As of right now, I'm at dry goods. So with that being said, what's this up here? What's this say? It says Yodam Bomb. It's the username of the person that gave me the idea for this video, and they are from Discord. Now, this person has been with me over on Discord for quite some time, and they are definitely one of the better selectors that we have over there. All right, so the first picture I want to show you is not Yodam Bombs. The reason being is because I want to show you how things are different depending on what type of warehouse you're at. You might only get a select few cases like we're going to be showing you on his pallets, or you might get a big order like this. Now, this is what our stuff looks like up at our produce warehouse. We call this the warm room, all right? And warm room products do not intermix with the cold stuff. We have a wet room. The wet room is stuff that usually ice comes on it, so it's dripping off. There's drains in that room. That's usually your broccoli, your radishes, and stuff like that. But I just want to show that if you are getting large amounts, a big order like this is how you want to stack without a doubt. Now I'm going to show you how to stack whenever you're getting a select few items. All right, so let's look at the first group of pictures I want to show you. And I want to explain what's going on here, because a new selector or even experienced selectors will look at this and be like, what are you doing? But I want to show you why this person is stacking like this, and I totally agree with it. They are not getting 30 potatoes. They're not getting 30 onion. Look at the 5 onion. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What block do onions come in? They come in a 5 block, right? Imagine if, I don't know what came first, but imagine if the onions came first and we 5 blocked it on the whole base of the pallet. And then afterwards, we get our papayas. You really think those boxes of papayas are going to sit flat on top of those onions? No. And this person knows that. Okay, so they are column stacking. They're grouping their cases together. Every one of their pictures we're going to see, you can see they rarely ever get 1. They're getting 5, 8, 10 of one item. So it depends on the type of store that you are selecting for. So I like how they're doing this. It looks like we got a banana on the bottom. We got papaya stacked straight up. We got onion stacked straight up. Then look, we get apples. Now, what I was saying at our warehouse, these onions and papayas are considered the warm room. We would never mix them in with the apples. That's why I like Discord. Discord, it brings all walks of life when it comes to warehousing. So we don't mix this stuff together, but other warehouses do, because they're probably smaller stores that they're supplying for. So what is he doing? He's grouping everything together. I'm going to keep my apples together. It's a solid case. So I'm going to stick it on the corner. You notice how he did not stick his onions on the corner. Why? Because they're bags and they're hard to stack on and they will fall over. We're going to pin them in the middle. I love how he does this. So look back here. It looks like we got mangoes or limes back here, and then we got stuff stacked straight up. So we're column stacking. All right. And he will column stack real high. And if he needs to, you're going to see that he tapes stuff whenever he needs to, so this does not fall over. All right. So what did I just say? He tapes stuff so it does not fall over. He had, 3, 6, 9, whatever, 20, maybe 20 avocados, if I just had to guess real quick, and he taped it. Now, it looks weird. If someone rode past him and be like, what the heck are you doing? He knows his warehouse. These are broccolis. If they're not broccolis, there's something to that nature. There's some type of leafy green, but this is what our broccoli cases look like. And they are wet and they are soggy and they are not strong boxes. The best thing you could do is stack broccoli on broccoli, if that's what they are. And once again, it doesn't matter. It's the case I'm looking at. And look, we are still in the 8 block that they come on, but we're 8 blocking it on one side of the pallet. These avocados probably come in a 6 block. Even though he is stacking them on one side of the pallet, it's still a 6 block. So he's doing a 6 block on one side of the pallet, and he's doing an 8 block on the other side of the pallet. All right, so it's still following the block that comes off the pallet. It's just being column stacked at a different time. So think about it, guys. You see this, you're like, what the heck is this guy doing? And then you see him later and be like, oh, okay, it's coming together. Then you look at his finished product and you're like, what a beautiful pallet. And not only that, but this makes it so easy for the store to break down at the end once it gets to the store. And this pallet is not going anywhere. This is what he means. If you ever see him talking over on Discord, that you can group these cases together and you can get away with column stacking, and it saves you time. Imagine trying all these open boxes. Could you imagine if we 6 blocked or even build a solid layer? All right, so like I said, well, we got 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, we have 20. I was right. I just took a guess, but we have 20. Imagine if we stack that, 3 high with 2 on top. Now we have all these open boxes to stack on. Do you think when we got the broccoli that they would stack easily on top of the avocados? Absolutely not. And he knows this. And this is what people struggle with, is knowing the warehouse, knowing the cases that you're selecting on, knowing that stacking on open boxes, whether you use a slip sheet or not, suck. Because even if you use a slip sheet, more than likely you would need a breaker pallet, because if you use a slip sheet, you still got that big open box where the slip sheet's going to dip inside the open box. So great way stacking. If you're stacking your produce and you have a similar thing like this where you're skipping around the warehouse, I highly suggest trying to stack the way that he does. All right, once again, let's take a look what we got going on here. We got potatoes. We're keeping now we have 3 separate cases. We don't have a quantity, but what did we do? We kept them together. They're very similar boxes, and we kept them together. We kept our leafy greens together. We kept these together. We're keeping like cases together, and we are column stacking them. And basically, same down here. What do you see? Once again, he gets bags of onions. He has a system. Are they on his corner? No, they're in the middle of his pallet, because he knows that if he pins in the bags, then he's going to have a less problem with them. So he doesn't change his system. You don't see his onions in the middle one time and then on the corner the next. You see him in the middle every single time. You see his solid oranges and apple boxes and cantaloupes. They're all on the back. They're nice, big, solid cases rather. Grouping the broccolis or whatever these are, type of leafy greens. Look at that. Problem cases in the middle. He's got crates that probably suck to stack on. Why are they not in a corner? Because they are not good to stack on. And then we got little bags of radishes or whatever. What did he do? He pinned them in the middle and he's putting solid cases on the outside. This guy got his freaking system down to the T, and you guys need to look at this if you throw produce. All right, guys, the last group of pictures I want to show you. Once again, look at this. Straight up, we got tape around there holding that together. We're keeping all of our open boxes together. We got pineapples rather over here. But once again, you see this and you're going to be like, what the heck is this guy building? And then you look at his end product and you see that this person knows exactly what he's doing. I love how he does this all the way up. All right. It's this, guys, he's keeping the 8 block with these. He's keeping the block that it comes on. The pineapples are a 5 block. He still has them facing in the same direction. They're not in the middle of his pallet with smaller cases on the outside. Okay, this is all, look at all the open boxes together. This is what I'm talking about in produce stacking, all these open containers together. Why people separate them all over their pallet, it just blows my mind. Right up the side, keep them all together. That way you're not stacking on open boxes. This is perfectly done. We got peppers over here, it looks like, straight up. We got cantaloupes in the back, straight up, all together. These cantaloupes have flaps. A lot of produce cases have flaps. So when you stack a different box on top of it, it doesn't sit right. But if you stack the same case on top, if you have a quantity, they're going to stack perfectly. All right, guys, so that's the end of the last picture I'm going to show you. I hope this helps. I really appreciate you sending in all your photos over there, and I hope this shed some light on hopefully some people you work with, and they can understand why you are building the way you build. Guys, there is multiple different ways of building. I tell you to learn your system. This person has a system and he sticks with it. So find your system and stick with it, and your times will come with no problem. I hope you guys enjoy the channel. Like I said, if you're not a subscriber, if you could do that. I'll see you guys next time. Have a great day.